The seed falling among the thorns refers to someone who hears the word, but the worries of this life and the deceitfulness of wealth choke the word, making it unfruitful. Oh, guys. Oh. This one, straightforward, guys. It's going to be less than 2 minutes. For today, guys, you're going to be listening to me for less than 2 minutes. That's a first. I'm telling you, that's a first. If it's going to happen anyway. So here, guys, this one is clear. So first, guys, we spoke about the first type, which is the pathway. And we said anyone who's never been saved, this person, guys, is a pathway. They've heard of it, but don't even consider. It's a pathway. Satan will not even allow them to even try to enter the kingdom of heaven. The second type are the rocky places. And these ones, guys, the rocky places, they do go to church because they become joyful when they hear about a message of the kingdom of heaven, but trouble and persecution comes because of the word, so they quickly fall away. So they concentrate on problems instead of concentrating on getting teachings. So they just become hypocrites in churches. So churches are mainly filled with rocky places. And also you need to understand that the rocky places, guys, nothing we can do much about, because the churches are busy also preaching riches and everything, in this prosperity. So they can't really, grow. They can't become better because of what they are putting in. Guys, if you are putting in wrong thing, you will obviously get out wrong thing. I mean, hello, guys. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that theory. So this one, guys, is the third type of wolfism, which is the thorns. I call them the thorns. The seed falling among the thorns refers to someone who hears the word, but the worries of this life and deceitfulness of wealth choke the word, making it unfruitful. You see, guys, one thing you need to know: when you love money, when you love the things of the world, when you love riches, there is no way you can get along with Jesus. There is absolutely no way. That's one thing you should know. That's why Jesus calls it the thorns. You know how thorns look like, so they are pokey, meaning they are actually fighting against the word. They are poking the word. You understand? So the word cannot get in because the seed stands for the word. So the word cannot get in because this pokey thing, this thorny thing is poking the seed. So it can't enter. So the thorn is fighting against the word because the thorn wants riches, because they worry. It says, but the worries of this life, meaning they are worried about this life. Oh, we're going to be living in that upmarket. Oh, we're going to be driving that flashy car. Oh, we're going to be wearing that designer dress. I'm going to be carrying that designer bag. You understand? I'm going to be wearing those designer shoes. I must put this, lip this, butt this, breast this, they do all this cosmetic makeup and they look like Chucky. Believe me, guys, when I tell you, when it's all over and done with, forget right now, especially when you are still young and you do this cosmetic makeup, you can look like a cartoon, but a better looking cartoon. Believe me, because you'll get used to this, because you are running away from nature. You're running away from getting old, which you will, whether you like it or not. Guys, you need to understand nature. You can't fight against nature. Guys, there are 3 things I don't fight. 1, love. I don't fight love. 2, I don't fight nature. Spiritual or physical nature, I don't fight. 3, law. I don't fight mother law. So these people are busy doing this cosmetic makeup, lip this, boob this, butt this. I'm telling you, they will end up looking like Chucky. Have you ever seen Chucky? Oh, guys, an ugly looking doll. Hi, I'm Chucky. Do you want to play? I don't know if you've seen that movie. They'll end up looking like that because they are busy sewing themselves, removing this from here and putting this from here. They're removing skin from butt and put it here on the face because they want to look cheesy. They want to look so beautiful. I mean, hello. You end up looking like Chucky. But don't mind me. I'm crazy anyway. But here, I'm talking about the fact that they worry about this life. Oh, I need to look like that. So because of that, this is actually choking the word, because Jesus says that you need to give up this life in order to enter that one. He says, what can a man gain in exchange? What can a man give in exchange for his soul? He says you need to give up this life in order to enter that life. You understand? So because you worry so much about this life, in other words, you are compromising that one for this one. Guys, you see, does it make sense to make plans in a temporal place but make permanent plans in a temporal place? It doesn't. So Jesus is saying you should concentrate on the permanent world, meaning the other one, not this one, because that one is permanent. You're busy making permanent decisions in this temporal place. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And maybe you'll be like, what if there is no heaven? What if there is no other life? And what if I ask you, what if I know it? What then? Yeah, we meet a problem. That's when we meet a problem. Believe me when I tell you, that's when we meet a problem. Paul says I was taken to that heaven. And I told you guys that if Daddy did that back in the days, he still does it today. If he showed it to those people, because he can't love them more than he loves me. He can't love them more than he loves you. So if he showed such things to them, he still does. Believe me, he's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That's my dude, guys. That's my guy. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to tell you that you're busy worry about things that are temporal, and you're busy making permanent decisions in this temporal place. But the decisions you are making are permanent. I'm telling you, they are affecting the permanent place. Okay, all right. Anyway, it's your life. It's your life. But I'm just telling you, Jesus says that these ones, they worry about this life, and that the deceitfulness of wealth choke it. You know, guys, whenever you see a pastor who's rich, let me tell you, you're seeing Satan in the making. That's devil in the making. If your eyes could see, your spiritual eyes, you'll see horns. You'll see horns. Any pastor, particularly the mega church pastors, all of them, those are Satans in the making. And the worst part is that even those who are trying, those who have small churches, they are trying to impress those nonsensical satanic pastors. Therefore, they must preach riches, earthly blessings, and prosperity as well, meaning they must also die spiritually. They must also be Satan-like. You understand? And they are busy preaching wealth and everything, choking the word. Because now, if we're a pastor, you're preaching earthly blessings and riches and prosperity, you are choking the word. I mean, hello. So Jesus, that's what he's talking about. He says this one is not set in the making. They are filled. This one, guys, they are feeding churches. Busy, they're worrying about businesses. They're busy talking about businesses in churches. They go and stand in the front, guys, and they talk about businesses and tenders, and they talk about guys, you just sit and you're like, what the heck? What nonsense is this? Shouldn't I be getting such motivation from school or from television? Why am I getting it from the church? It's because pastors are busy doing Satan a great job, and are doing a good job for that matter. Good job for Satan. Great job. Pastors, well done. You're doing a great job for Satan. Great job. So these ones are producing hypocrites. They are producing people who will never be fruitful. Why? Because if Jesus says do not love riches or money, he's telling you that I'm not going to be the one who's blessing you with money. Does it make sense now? You come and telling me that Jesus is the one blessing you with riches. Does that make sense? He says do not love money. And then you're telling me that he will turn and then give it to you. He didn't. And then you'll go about say, no, but Jesus became poor so that he will be rich. Yes, he became poor, meaning Adam, when he died spiritually, because Adam was given the wealth as his inheritance. So he was rich. He was rich, but Satan took over. That's why Satan goes to Jesus and says, the splendor of the world has been given to me. Worship me, and I will give you these riches. I will give you wealth. And Jesus doesn't dispute that. Why? He knows that Satan stole that. He didn't steal the ownership of the world because it still belonged to Daddy. But he stole the stewardship of the world. So Adam became poor. So all of us became poor. In order to be rich, we must now play according to Satan's setup. You understand? That's why you must bribe, you must lie, you must steal in order to be rich. You understand? Guys, we need to understand all of these things. All this human trafficking, all of these things, drugs and everything, we are doing all of this in order to become rich. In other words, we must do things according to the setup of the kingdom of darkness in order to be rich, because Jesus will never make you rich. There is just no way. It's just not going to happen. Otherwise, if you are a pastor who is rich and you're not doing the things that I've told you about, I'll tell you what to do. Judas did it. You preach lies. You simple open church and preach lies like pastors are busy doing in mega churches, and then you will be rich, because people will actually be coming to you and giving you offerings, giving you tithes, millions. They're giving you money, and they build they build mansions for you. They buy you 4x4s, because you're busy preaching nonsense. You're selling the word of God. Obviously, you will be rich. What do you think? Judas was rich. The guy did not even spend his riches. At least you are lucky. You get to spend that riches. Spend it well. Make sure, because after here, you're going straight to hell. So I'm trying to make you understand that Jesus is saying that that type of wolfism, they are actually people who are into riches. Guys, they're into riches. They care so much. The worries of this life and the deceitfulness of wealth choke it. Deceitfulness, they are deceived. Do you know what's the word being deceived means? Excuse me. Guys, it speaks of something that appears something else, yet it's not. So because we pop up here on earth and we find ourselves here, and we see these beautiful things of the world, and we're like, yeah, God wants us to be rich, only to find that this one is Satan now, because it's Satan who took over right there in the beginning. That's why I explain a lot, and sometimes I'm like, damn, you over explain, you shouldn't, but Satan is now using that and is giving it to people. So you must actually disobey Jesus to become rich. Guys, the more you disobey Jesus, the more you will have. As you disobey Jesus, the more you will have, because as you obey Jesus, you actually become less worldly. As you obey Jesus, you become less worldly. You understand? So you actually become a loser, like him, my loser God. Oh, I love that loser God. But what I'm trying to say here is that these people are deceived. They are feeding churches, busy talking about businesses. Oh, guys, you go to church. Oh, guys, you've never been. Oh, guys, I remember the time of my life where I was confused. I'll go to church. Pastors are busy speaking about businesses, speaking about tenders in churches, speaking about careers and everything. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Because the person who speaks to me tells me that I shouldn't love the things of the world. I won't make it to his kingdom. Guys, confusing time of my life. And I look at Clarence Fountain when he says, these are confusing times, and I'm like, Clarence, you were actually singing about me. I'm telling you, I was confused, So these things are happening, guys. Churches are filled with rich people, it's pastors who are making sure they are harboring these rich people who are into riches. They are actually called the dons. It's the third type of wolves. I hope now, guys, you understand this third type. They are actually people who worried about this life. Oh, we're going to live here, this place, the upmarket place. You understand? We're driving this fancy this, we're wearing this designer this, they have this lip this, pop this, and what and what not. Crazy people. So they are feeding churches, and there's no way for people, guys, to backslide. Because already people have backslidden in churches. Why? The message that is preached there is a message that will cause you to backslide. So you've got people who have backslidden right there in churches. You don't have to leave the church. You will be fine. Backsliders, guys, are busy there in churches, feeding churches. You understand? So this is the third type of wolves. Guys, let us finish now in the next.